Let your body take control. You're on my mind, baby. Just move a little closer. And I say, oh, it's a night we'll both remember. Oh, sweet surrender. Oh, we're moving close together. Wanna make your body mine through the night. Hot and sweet through the night. Let's get out fast and slow. I wanna get to know you. I know a place where we can go. It's just around the corner. And I say, oh, it's a night we'll both remember. Oh, sweet surrender. Oh, we're moving close together. Wanna make your body
everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. Had some technical difficulties as I got here, and I had to update Streamlabs, and I had to update the drivers on my what do you call it? The thing in my computer that runs video and shit. Anyway, and what happened is I ended up having to restart my whole. I don't know why I had to restart all this stuff. Like, I didn't have to restart my computer, but everything's a mess. So I got the stuff. I'm frantically looking for the stuff that I had ready to go, and we'll figure it out after the intro. Johnny, play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. Everything's going wrong! Damn it. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to start over. Hi, I'm Marty, and it's the Morning Night Live on the 14th of April, 2022, Thursday, FTG Thursday. And yes, I know I'm muted because, well, you don't get this until 15 seconds after I do. But now I'm here after multiple technical difficulties this morning. They got an update on Streamlabs, right? And when I did updated Streamlabs, then it's like, oh, your whatchamacallit, your drivers for your whatever it is, that thing I use, GeoForce, that thing in my computer that I put in there that does video and stuff so that I can have enough power to do video and all this other crap that I do. Everything went down, had to reinstall everything, then start over on the computer. I'm having a morning, I'm telling you. But anyway, I'm here now, and so are you. Happy Thursday, FTG Thursday. But then, since I had to restart everything, all my tabs are gone. So I've got as many as I can here, and then I just have some other links and shit that I'll get to. GPU, yes, my GPU, that thing that I put in my computer. I installed it myself, and I couldn't even think of what it's called. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, and we'll do what we can because it's FTG Thursday. So I got your boomer right here, bitches. Anyway, let's say hi because I'd rather be high, even though I don't really like to do that kind of stuff. Why isn't now my scroller's not working either? I can get rid of this crap off at the top here. We'll unpin that message, and let's say, oh my God, look at what the hell? Oh, I didn't redo the settings here, so I really look like fuck. It's one of those days. In the immortal words of who's that band that did this? Limp Bizkit. But it's one of those days. Something bullshit. Okay, let's see if I can figure out what the hell am I doing here. Let's double click that. Give me a second, because everything's going to be bad today. I can tell. Bear with me. Let's see if I can just not look like I fell in a bucket of white paint. There, it's warm. Change the colors there and change the saturation. And wait, I go saturation, go more, sort of. I really am. Okay, there we go. Sharpness. Do you really need to see every freckle on my face? I don't know. Anyway, hi there. Let's say good morning to everybody, and then we're going to get this shot started because of the wonderful things he does. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Can you tell I'm a little punchy also? Well, anyway, first in the chat today was Mike Savage. Blarg, and nothing's working. Nice, here's the bell. There we go. Thank you for being here. Also, good morning to Jaded Clay, Somnambule Nation, CNN sucks. That's a name, not a statement, although it's a statement too. Also, good morning too. Let's see. I got rid of the second stream there too. I hope. Also, good morning, Septus Wolf, Ginger Power, Tyre Alexander. I already said Jaden Clay. K-Show's in the house. Good morning, Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
Good morning also too. Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian. Good morning, Advocatus Diabli. Also, James Colley. Good morning, happy post hump day. Yes, post hump day. No, that's that's something. That's weird. Post hump day. Isn't that kind of a given? Just saying. Anyway, also good morning, Babe and Bali. Let's go to Bollywood. No, Balin Bobby. Nice to have you back. Good morning, Neon Leon. What's up? Rotten Corpse is here. Moon is in the house. I'm always gonna say it that way. I don't know why. I just can't help myself. Also, good morning, Plague Dr. Zach, aka Zach Osborne. Zach Osborne's in the house. D.I. Freighter Watcher, JMK, Natasha K. Lead. What's up? Good gluten-free Morgans. I don't know. I don't give a shit about gluten. Good morning, Zombie Teddy's in the house. Nice to see you. And wow, the gang is all here. Isabella's here too. Hi there, my dear. Man, we're loaded for bear today. Anyway, welcome to the show. H.P. Lovecraft's in the house. I already said Lawrence. Why are you so angry? Is in the house. That's a name, not a statement. Tales of Gore. What's up? There's a whole bunch of people's here. I like it, and it's on the worst technical day I've had in a long time. And John Migna is here. Gosh, everyone's here. I love it. I'm so happy right now. Even though, what is going on with this screen? My God. Okay, let me see if I got it. This is dry. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't bother you, but it bothers the crap out of me. What is going on? Maybe this will turn. Let's try that. And we'll turn the saturation down maybe? I don't know. Or the contrast. No, I look weird. Is it too much sharpness maybe? Good God. Okay, I'll deal with this next time I open this up. Anyway, so, always lost, nothing else is here alone. And Shady Grin, wow, this is great. It's nice to have so many people here today, like right off the bat. Maybe it's because I'm late. That could be the problem too. Anyway, hit the enhanced melanin button. Yeah, now it turned weirder again. Oh, well, I'm just going to keep going with it. 30 watch and only 19 likes. Yeah, hit the like button or something like that. There's 18 likes and stuff like that. The meltdown stream. I really am. I did the contrast button. I'm trying everything. I'll fix it later. I'll just look like this for now. I'm over it. This is how humans look at 100. Sorry, I will see myself out. Good. I literally was about to click that put you in a timeout button, but I'm not going to do that because that's not my style. Tyre. All right. Should we talk about things that are happening in the world? Let's do that. Let me have a sip of coffee here first, though, because somehow caffeine lowers my stress. Anyway. So let's start with, there's a lot of news, but let's just kind of go in the order that I have these tabs open, and then we'll see if I can open anything else. Oh, come on. Why is this not working? There we go. All right. There we go. Good. Hang on. Now you'll see what I was going to. So let's start with the President of the United States, who we can just... Trippy's in the house. The President of the United States, Joseph Rahim Biden. So apparently, Joe Biden and his vast command for the English language and very lucid and thought patterns and his brilliant proposals for everything that happens in the United States and the booming economy, according to MSNBC, doesn't seem to be helping his approval rating. No, Biden's approval falls to a new low amid economic pessimism, inflation rose, woes, woe is me, because I can't talk today, according to the CNBC survey. So this is I don't know why it says survey instead of a poll. Americans harbor some of the most downbeat views on the economy since the recovery from the Great Recession. And some of their attitudes are in line with those seen only during recessions, according to the latest CNBC All America Economic Survey. Amid soaring inflation, 47% of the public say the economy is poor, quote unquote, the highest number in that category since 2012. Only 17% rank the economy as excellent or good, and all of them need to be yeeted into the sun because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, well, and MSNBC watchers. Anyway, only 1 in 5 Americans describe their personal financial situation as getting ahead, the weakest showing in 8 years. Most say they are remaining in place, and 1 in 10 say they are falling backwards. Wait, most say they're remaining in place? Okay, well, that's not completely terrible. Anyway, meanwhile, 56% say they expect a recession next year, as many economists would tell you too. By the way, good morning, Murray J. Nice to see you. I see you there. Anyway, the angst was previously more about what was going to happen in the economy, and we've now shifted into a new place where we're much more pessimistic about what's currently happening. Well, I couldn't imagine why. I could not imagine. I went to the grocery store this morning. I think I bought like 3 items. And they weren't major items, and it was like $16. And I don't usually, it used to be okay. So when I went to the grocery store, let's say about 3 or 4 years ago, right? I could pretty much predict what my bill was going to be by how many bags I had. Or there was a nice comparison of number of bags I filled to bill. Usually, roughly around, if I filled bags fairly full, $25 a bag, and that's how I leave the grocery store that way. Sometimes that, so if I had 3 bags, I'm guessing the bill would be about $75 as I'm bagging this. She's ringing it up, and I'm bagging my stuff, and I'm like, oh, my 3rd bag is gonna be about $75. Oh my God, that don't happen no more. Of course, I don't shop as much because there's only 2 of us, but still, it's crazy how much things are costing now, and gas is still high, even though it's gone down a little bit. And they're going to put out 1 million barrels a day from the Strategic Oil Reserve to try to bring gas prices down 10 cents, which is dumb. But anyway, a survey of 800 Americans nationwide was conducted April 7th through April 10th and has a margin of error of plus or minus 3.5%. So anyway, that's his approval rating is abysmal for the President of the United States, which means you can just say FTG Joe Biden. There you go. Let's see. What else? Oh, now, here's a fascinating, and also the Quinnipiac poll. Is this the Quinnipiac poll? No, that's a CNBC survey. There's also a Quinnipiac poll that also shows his approval rating. Well, let's just say his approval rating's in the crapper too. Biden's approval rating drops to 33%. Just how low can you go? Just a third of Americans approve of how President Biden is handling his job responsibilities, according to a new Quinnipiac University poll, the commander-in-chief's worst performance yet in the benchmark survey. On the flip side, 54% of respondents disapproved of Biden's performance, and with 43% say they strongly disapproved, which is, let me just put that in perspective, because you'd say, oh, well, that's the Republicans, right? Well, no, because only like 34% of the populace in most polls is Republican. So by contrast, just 18% said they strongly approved of the 46th president, which again, y'all are dumb if you think he's doing a good job. Now, you might approve of him personally because you like the grandpa style, or who can barely remember which set of teeth he's supposed to put in. But I just thinking, as far as him being the president of the United States, I'm concerned. I am concerned. Here, if you want to see this, what I'm talking about here, this is for the New York Post. 13% they didn't know or declined to answer the question, the highest percentage in the survey since January. That's interesting. They didn't know or didn't decline to answer. You know why? Because they're, what's my new word? My new word is reality phobic. They're reality phobic. And I can use that in many different situations, but they are reality phobic. Now, something interesting though, something's really, really interesting as you look at that. Oh wait, this isn't it. That's the Twitter one. Where's the one that this guy was pointing? Oh no, did I? No, I must have screwed it up. One now, I got to show you something on this poll because they show some graphics here, and they go by, they do a demographic. Where's the demographic one? Okay, so do you approve his job as handling the president? Blah blah blah. Where is it? Even his handling of Ukraine. Disapprove 39 or approve 39%, disapprove 48%. Hi Kiefer, how you doing? Nice to have you stopping by. I hope you stick around for a while. But I know your schedule is a little bit different than most people's, so I'm okay with that. Nice to see you anyway. Okay, one of the parts though was this doesn't have it. Someone pointed out on Twitter the of the Hispanic community or demographic was like 23% approval rating, lower than for white people's or black. Well, it's not surprising for black people because black people we're supposed to be Democrats, even though a lot of us are not, and some of us are politically homeless. But they think we're all Democrats. But for Hispanic people, his approval rating is like, what was it? 20. Here it is. Oh, right here. This is the one right here. I found the tweet that I was trying to find. I did have it here. Right here. Quinnipiac poll finds Joe Biden with a 26% approval rating among Hispanics, lower than his rating among whites. Even if you think it's off 10 points, it's a nightmare scenario for Democrats. Holy Christ. Oh my God. Joe Biden,
your life makes me sad.
Yeah, your life makes me sad. I guess Latinx is not working. So this Giaco Sopo says, I guess Latinx or Latinx is not working. I gotta think that some of the culture stuff that this White House is doing are making some Hispanic people go, yo quiero, what the fuck? You know? I'm just saying. I don't know if yo quiero really means whatever, but because I remember yo quiero Taco Bell, but I don't know a lot of Spanish. I'm going to start learning Spanish. I got to learn German though, because I'm going to be in. There's a good strong possibility I'm going to be in Germany in sometime this year. But anyway, that's a long story. I'll tell you later. Anyway, yeah. Oh, am I out of touch? No, it's the Latinxes who are wrong. On top of that, 73% disapprove. What? Approve, disapprove is 54% among Hispanics, 20% don't know or don't care because it's Joseph Rahim Button. There's the tweet right there, by the way, the latest tweet. There it is. I'll have these in the tab, by the way. If you're new here, or even if you've been here before but haven't necessarily listened to everything I say, this is why I constantly remind you. At the end of the show, during the outro, all these links to everything I talk about will be in a single link in the second paragraph of the description down there. So if you'd like to pull some of this stuff up for yourself, for your own blog, for your own show, for your own stream, for your own podcast, or for your personal enjoyment, which is kind of weird. There'll be one link in the tab that'll have just take you to a page and have every link to everything we do. Just a reminder. So, of course, Democrats are going to cheat. It's their thing that they do. You think the Democrats are going to stop since they've gotten away with cheating for decades? No, I'm probably not. I gotta tell you. 12 gallons of gas, $65. Yeah. Now, whoa, where do you live? 12 gallons of gas, $65. Let me think about this. I filled my tank up the other day. It was like 24. I put 25 gallons in. Yeah, I was around $80 or $85. I don't know. So, yeah, because I drive a truck with a 34-gallon tank, and I never let it get below a quarter of a tank. So pretty much every time I fill up my tank, it's like 25 gallons. Anyway, so yeah, wow. Big Dro's in the house. What's up, Big Dro? All right, let's see. Now, is there anything else about this that you want to know? No, I don't want to see that video. Let's see. I already showed this one. All right, let's move on. Oh, I just thought this was a funny one. And this is just the the memes. We're here for the memes. So here we go. He's looking out for you. Look out for him. Give him a Congress that will stand behind him. Blue in 22. Yes. This is okay. So Morning Joe, this person says, Manchin is a detriment to the Democratic Party and this nation. He must be made irrelevant. Blue in 22. Now, this is interesting. I find this very, very fascinating that someone thinks that Joe Manchin is the problem for the Democratic Party, because nobody sees Joe Manchin on a daily basis. But they do see this face on a daily basis, and boy, oh boy, I think they're worried. For some reason, Morning Joe is trending, and I still haven't figured out why. Probably because it's on and people tweet about Morning Joe every morning. But all right, now I haven't even gotten to the biggest news of the day. Well, I don't know if it's the biggest news, but it's the one that has Twitter aflitter. But we're going to talk about Russia and Ukraine first, because I need to get this out of the way, because I do my daily Russia-Ukraine update, the world according to Twitter and how they are presenting this conflict. So first, apparently there was a Russian warship that was damaged in fire that Ukraine claims came from a missile hit. Russia's Soviet-era missile cruiser Moskva was damaged in a fire on board Thursday that Ukrainian military officials claim came from a missile strike it launched. The Associated Press and AFP report. Russia's defense ministry said the fire had been contained per Reuters, but that the ship was badly damaged and the source of the fire was under investigation. Earlier, Ukraine's deputy prime minister said that 9 humanitarian corridors have been agreed for Thursday. So this is, if you want the full update on that, that's where it's trending there. Also, apparently, Russia is threatening nuclear escalation in the Baltics if Sweden and Finland join NATO. Wow. Is Stab and Joe Scarborough here? Oh, no, that's someone's talking about Stab and Joe Scarborough. Also according to the One Who, by the way. On Thursday, Russian Deputy Chief of the Security Council and former President Dmitry Medvedev said there can be no talk of non-nuclear status for the Baltic in case Finland and Sweden decide to become members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Both countries have expressed their intention to join the alliance following the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now, this is interesting because Finland and Sweden have remained out of NATO for a long time, and Finland. Now, it's funny because Russia has made overtures on Finland in the past. And Finland basically I don't know how they've done it. Finland's a pretty big country. I mean, if you know Europe at all, Finland's a big country. I don't know the number of people, but it's a large landmass. And Finland's just kind of, Finlanders are very stoic people, but they're basically, fuck you, just leave us alone. And for whatever reason, Russia has in the past left them alone. But this little incursion on Ukraine has made the Finns a little bit nervous, and they're like, well, we've never been a part of NATO before, and we're just a little water pool puddle away from Russia, and maybe, just maybe, this is a sign of maybe we should be starting to think about protecting ourselves a little more aggressively. So Finland and Sweden, which also has been, I wouldn't say neutral, but they're not a part of NATO for some reason. I didn't know. I thought Sweden was in NATO. But anyway, they've expressed their intention to join NATO, right? And the Russians are saying, we're going to start talking about nukes again. Now, this is weird. Kind of the loose talk about using nuclear weapons, because, now here it says Russian threatens military buildup if Finland and Sweden join NATO. So I don't know which story you want to do. Reality check. The irony of... Okay, hang on a second. There's a CNN article. Let's check this out. the irony of Putin's role in expanding NATO. After Finland and Sweden's announcement the countries are considering joining NATO, Putin may be getting the thing he feared most, NATO expansion. CNN's John Amlon has a reality check. Okay, I don't want to watch this. I'm not. John Amlon is he's a dickhead. I'm sorry. I don't have any interest in. I want to say he was with like BuzzFeed or Salon or something like that. And now he's with CNN. Well, you know what the hell? Let's just check it out. No, we're not gonna do that. Let's see if there's a report, if I can do that. If there's a commercial, I'm saying fuck off. Oh, there will be a commercial. This is CNN. Oh, speaking of CNN, by the way, here, I'm gonna just take this off the screen for now. So you know that
Entresto is the number one heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people.
On.
Proven superior.
There we go. Have y'all heard of CNN Plus? Because we've been laughing about CNN Plus a little bit. Because CNN Plus is a pay service, kind of a pay streaming service from CNN that they've launched, and they're planning on getting, lots of people sign up for CNN Plus, like millions of people sign up. And hang on, we'll pause this for a second. No, pause. Damn it. There we go. Well, CNN Plus, and they have like stellar people on there, like Brian Stelter, and I guess Anderson Cooper has a special show on there, and they have Chris Wallace, their superstar that they brought over from Fox News. They thought they were going to just get millions and millions of subscribers, and they barely have broken 10,000, which is hilarious, because I'm pretty sure they've spent a lot more on CNN Plus than what it would take that's 10,000 subscribers could support. So I think that's hilarious. So anyway, here's John Avlon. I don't know what this, I haven't seen this. It's 3 minutes long. Let's just watch it and see what they're saying here on This is CNN. Or maybe.
As a master strategist, suffered another blow yesterday when the leaders of Sweden and Finland announced they're moving towards joining NATO after more than 70 years of neutrality.
I know that's kind of soft.
It seems that Putin has succeeded in creating the thing he said he feared the most, the expansion of NATO. Because remember, that was the logic he trotted out to initially explain the invasion of Ukraine. I mean, before the rants about drug-addled denazification. Yes, Putin and his apologists said over and over again that NATO, by extension
and his
America,
apologist,
who's
okay, first of all, let's
Ukraine was about to join.
Who's apologists for Putin? This is the funny thing. They seem to think that if you are neutral on this particular conflict, which is neutral as far as our involvement, not necessarily neutral as far as what's happening. I think it's bullshit that Putin and Russia's invading Ukraine. That set aside, as far as what our involvement should be, I'm pretty neutral because I don't have a dog in the fight. That's my thing. I don't have a dog in the fight. They're both shitty countries. Okay, Ukraine might be one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and Putin's an asshole. As in the immortal words of Sting, I'm pretty sure the Russians love their children too. And so I don't care. I feel bad for the Ukrainians and let the Europeans take care of business in Europe. That's what I think. Anyway, but the idea that if you're not flying a Ukrainian flag in your Twitter bio and you don't have if you didn't buy a Ukrainian flag to put in front of your house, you're one of Putin's people. You're a Putin apologist. I say, fuck Putin and fuck Zelensky. Fuck them both. I don't care about either of them. I hope that they figure this shit out so people stop dying. That's all I got. Okay, but the idea. So he's saying this is. Let's finish.
Because this was always an excuse, right? An opportunistic anxiety, not rooted in reality. But it's
that is really soft.
Blaming the victim. NATO Alliance, initially founded by the U.S. and its allies after the Second World War, to act as a collective bulwark against Soviet expansion. And history shows really clearly why Russia's Western neighbors are the one who have good reason to fear Russian aggression, and not remotely the other way around. Now I'll spare you the story of Russia's partition of Poland in the 1790s or Bolsheviks' attempt to take Warsaw in 1920.
Okay, I don't need to list him. I get his point. So anyway, there is an irony that, you know, this is supposed to stop them from NATO expansion. They were worried about why. I'm not sure why they thought Ukraine was going to join NATO, but whatever. Now it's causing a NATO expansion. So there is an irony in that. I agree with John Avalon here, but I don't need his smug bullshit talking points to say that. Now, there are some other updates too. Russia has, they're pretty pissed off at Biden's talking about genocide. And also there's fighters defending Mariupol. Legal insurrection usually has some really good updates. That's why I brought this one up today. On Tuesday, President Joe Biden said, quote, "I call genocide because it's become clearer and clearer that Putin is trying to wipe out even the idea of being Ukrainian." End quote. The comment ticked off the Kremlin, who called it unacceptable. Then there's French President Emmanuel Macron. He refused to use the term genocide, but said Ukrainians and Russians are brotherly peoples. That's the exact opposite of what Ukrainians want the world to believe. They want it known that they are their own people, culture, and society. Now, Finland's going to make a NATO decision soon. Russia has warned Finland over and over not to join NATO. Has Russia forgotten that Finland owns Russia? Finland doesn't care, and we will make the decision to join NATO. Here's the quote. Finland should prepare for possible changes on its Russian border, although the military situation there currently remains calm, Defense Minister Ati Kakanen said on Wednesday. If you're Finnish and I butchered that too much, I apologize. Well, I don't know. If you can pronounce my Igbo name, I'll give you, or can't pronounce my Igbo name, that's fine too. Anyway, Finland will make the decision about whether to apply to join the 30-member NATO alliance in the next few weeks. Prime Minister Sanna Marin told reporters in Stockholm on Wednesday. There are different perspectives to apply for NATO membership or not to apply, and we have to analyze these very carefully, Ms. Marin told reporters in a joint news conference with her Swedish counterpart. But I think our process will be quite fast. It will happen next week. Also, Ukraine has denied fighters surrendered in Mariupol. If you hadn't heard about this, Russia says that fighters surrendered in Mariupol. Others say they haven't. And this is from, I don't know what that is. Anyway, units of the 36th Separate Marine Brigade defending Mariupol, besieged by Russian invaders, broke through to join forces with the Azov Regiment. Advisors to the head of the office of President Ukraine, Olesyak Areshkovich, said, in Mariupol, units of the 36th Marine Brigade, as a result of the complex and very risky maneuver, broke through to connect with the Azov Regiment. Those are the Nazi ones, which professionally provided this event. Areshkovich wrote on Facebook on Wednesday. He said the result of the breakthrough are that Azov, the Nazis, received significant reinforcements. The 36th Brigade avoided defeat in parts of and received additional serious opportunities. I don't know. The sentences don't make sense, and I'm reading them exactly as they are, so don't blame me. Hello, Ken Lee. What's up? Actually gained a second chance to defend. Okay, so anyway, there was this. The Russians said that they had captured or that 1,000 of the 36th Separate Marine Brigade of Ukraine surrendered to their fighters, and Ukraine is telling you why they didn't. They said something about breaking through to there. Wait, NATO expansion is a violation of international treaties. The Minsk Accords are not being held to by Ukraine is another violation of another treaty. Well, there you go. That is true. Oh, what happened here? There we go. Fix that. Anyway, I'll give you, that's a bell for that one. Azov Battalion became a regiment. Putin is doing it real good out there. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Again, everything about this I read, again, he's just reporting what they said or here. So I don't know I don't even know who to believe. All I know is they keep showing flattened cities. They keep talking about how the Ukrainians are doing really great and fine and good. And then the next day they start showing where the Russians have come through and destroyed everything and killed everyone in sight. So I don't know what to believe. I just don't. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, Biden says genocide. Macron is meh. Kremlin is mad. Is this it right here? What is this?
Your family budget, your ability to fill up your tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war and commits genocide in half a world away. To help deal with this Putin price hike.
Oh, so he's... that was in relation to the Putin price hike. And so apparently the Russians are kind of pissed about that genocide thrown in there just for shits and grins. But he said it again because he later defended his use of the word genocide.
I called it genocide because it's become clearer and clearer that Putin is just trying to wipe out the idea of even being able to be a Ukrainian. And the evidence is mounting. It's different than it was last week. The more evidence is coming out of literally the horrible things that the Russians have done in Ukraine. And we're going to only learn more and more about the devastation. And we'll let the lawyers decide internationally whether or not it qualifies, but it sure seems that way to me. Thank you.
So I don't understand this. They're going to let the lawyers decide. So they're going to take Putin to court? I've never understood the war crimes and stuff. I guess if the whole world goes at Russia, I guess, but aren't the Chinese giving them a little cover here? I don't know. Gunfox61, good morning. Anyway, French President Emmanuel Macron is facing tense runoff with Marine Le Pen refused to use the word genocide. He said, I would say that Russia unilaterally unleashed the most brutal war that has now established that war crimes were committed by the Russian army, and that is now necessary to find those responsible and make them face justice, Mr. Macron said. It's madness. What's happening is incredibly brutal, he added. But at the same time, I look at the facts and I want to try as much as possible to continue to be able to stop this war and to rebuild peace. I'm not sure that verbal escalations serve this cause, he said. Oh, man. Now, that's some measured talk right there. That's some measured talk. See? I don't know. So Biden kind of, has kind of diarrhea of the mouth sometimes. But you know what? There's a lot of people, if he says it, then they're going to call it that too. So I don't know. I don't know until they get in there and sort all this shit out. And if it is, then fine. Do what you got to do to whatever about whatever. But then he goes on and he said, it was best to be careful with the terminology on genocide in these situations, especially as Ukrainians and Russians are brotherly peoples. Well, oh man, brotherly peoples, why not give Putin more justification to absorb Ukraine? That is, I guess that's a tough way to put it too. So maybe he doesn't have a little diarrhea of the mouth. The Kremlin, however, spit on Putin. The Kremlin said Wednesday it was unacceptable for U.S. President Joe Biden to accuse Moscow troops of committing genocide in Ukraine, where Russia has been conducting a military campaign for nearly 2 months. We categorically disagree and consider unacceptable any attempts to distort the situation that way, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters. I don't like, who knows? Again, I don't have a dog in this fight. And just on a side note, Biden has authorized $800 million more in military assistance for Ukraine. Okay, please someone tell me here. Over the last 6 months, or what's this, April? 4 months, since the beginning of the year, haven't we approved, Foxmore Cubid. Welcome to the show. I'm trying FX for short, but looks like Foxmore Cubid. FX in the house. Nice to see you. All right. So haven't we in the last 4 months approved like $14 billion with a B dollars in aid for Ukraine? I mean, it's been like crazy. So now Biden authorized another $800 million in new military assistance for Ukraine on Tuesday. The latest military assistance brings total aid. Now, this says since the invasion, $2.4 billion, according to Reuters. Tuesday's package will provide weapons, ammunition, and other security assistance, as well as new capabilities not previously given by the administration, Biden said in a statement. This new package of assistance will contain many of the highly effective weapon systems we have already provided and new capabilities tailored to the wider assault we expect Russia to launch in eastern Ukraine, Biden said. These new capabilities include artillery systems, artillery rounds, and armored personnel carriers. I have also approved the transfer of additional helicopters. In addition, we continue to facilitate the transfer of significant capabilities from our allies and partners around the world. Now, I understand why, but I don't understand why. Now, if that's confusing, I meant it to be. Ukraine is not a part of NATO. We don't have any security agreements with Ukraine, and yet we're giving them all this shit. When, in fact, it seemed to make more sense for members of the European Union, which I don't know if they necessarily have a defense pact with Ukraine, but is Ukraine, wait, I don't even know, is Ukraine even part of it's not really part of the Europe. Oh no, it's not part of the European Union either. But it seems more relevant that they would be doing all this aid instead of us. You know, I know we've got this kind of policeman of the world thing, but we kind of had a policeman of the world thing where we kind of didn't look, unless that whole nuclear thing starts happening. I don't get it, but I do get it because you want the Ukrainians to be able to defend themselves. But anyway, statement by the President of the United States on a call with President Zelensky and additional security assistance to Ukraine. Here's what he said. I just spoke with President Zelensky and I shared with him that my administration is authorizing an additional $800 million in weapons, ammunition, and other security assistance to Ukraine. The Ukrainian military has used the weapons we are providing to devastating effect. Then why do they need more if it's to devastating effect? Anyway, as Russia prepares to intensify its attack on the Donbas region, the United States will continue to provide Ukraine with the capabilities to defend itself. This new package of assistance will contain many of the highly effective weapon systems we have already provided and new capabilities tailored to the wider assault we expect Russia to launch in eastern Ukraine. These new capabilities include artillery systems, artillery rounds, and armored personnel carriers. I have also approved the transfer of additional helicopters. In addition, we continue to facilitate the transfer of significant capabilities from our allies and partners around the world. A steady supply of weapons the United States and its allies and partners have provided to Ukraine have been critical in sustaining its fight against Russian invasion. It has helped to ensure that Putin failed in his initial war aims to conquer and control Ukraine. We cannot rest now. As I assured President Zelensky, the American people will continue to stand with the brave Ukrainian people in their fight for freedom and to save my flow of cash and different things and perks out of Ukraine through my son Hunter. Okay, I just made that last part up. Anyway, if you wanted that update's there, that'll be in the tabs. And then finally, though, we're gonna get to the big one today, because oh my God, butts are a puckering all over the blue checkosphere around Twitter. By the way, you know what? Let me just get this out of the way. We'll get look, FTG, Vlad, I'll just say Vlad Putin. FTG Vlad Putin. Also, FTG Vlad, it's Vlad, Vladimir Zelensky and FTG Joe Biden. In fact, I'll just call it, since I already put it there, FTG Joe Biden. Fuck them all. Let's just get this shit done so we can get our, everyone can go back to their lives. I don't know. Stop draining our treasury to prop up puppets worldwide at default on our debt. Why not everyone else in the world is doing it? Yeah, just good God. Anyway, let's talk about what's blowing up the blue checksphere today. And it was the announcement by none other than Elon Musk, who has offered to buy Twitter for $41.39 billion. Billionaire Elon Musk has offered to buy Twitter for $41.39 billion after rejecting a seat on the company's board. Remember what I said when he rejected that seat? I don't know if I said it out loud or not. I was thinking it, though. When he rejected that seat, I said, you know what? I bet you he's going to try to take over Twitter. He's going to try to take it over, right? And so there you go. There he is. He's offered to buy Twitter for $41.39 billion after rejecting a seat on the company's board. Musk was sued on Tuesday by former Twitter shareholders who claimed they missed out on the recent run-up in its stock price because he waited too long to disclose a 9.2% stake in the social media company. So they're coming after him, saying he waited too long to. Apparently, when you buy that much of something, you have to tell people, and if it goes up or down, you can figure it out. Oh, let me stop for a second. Good morning to Legit Low Talker. I see it. Anyway, so yeah, there's a little hubbub about that. Let's see. Musk's offer price of $54.20 or $54.20 a share represents a 38% premium to the closing price of Twitter stock on April 1st, the last trading day before Tesla CEO's over 9% investment in the company was publicly announced. So he's offering at a premium to the current shareholders. Let's see. I'll put the thread here. That make it easier. Then I don't have to read the article. Twitter shares jumped 12% in pre-market trading because of it. And the gnashing of teeth is just amazing. This person, I would literally delete my account and never come back. Bye, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Why? If Twitter takes over Twitter, he might make Twitter absolutely free from bias. Oh, but that's not what they want. See, because I was going to talk about democracy today. I'll get to that because that's the name of the show, right? Something about but democracy. I'll get to that. Don't worry, it's coming. It's related to this story, by the way. Love that you think the guy who shuts down all conversation at his plans regarding unionizing and who calls people helping children pedophiles is some arbiter of free speech. What? When did he do that? I would say being able to call someone a pedo is free speech. Ding! Slanders. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Now this is insane. Another tax avoidance loophole. ProPublica published an investigation showing Musk and several other billionaires paid no federal income tax in 2014 and 2018. He paid $45 billion in taxes and $1.52 billion income, despite his wealth growing by $13.9 billion. $45 million on $1.2 billion. I don't know about that. And his wealth growing. See, this is how stupid people are. Now he's paying over 11 billion taxes this year. But anyway, look at this. Despite his wealth growing by 13.9 billion. Do you all understand that your wealth can grow exponentially and you can still make no money? Do you know that? Because if you don't realize those gains, then you haven't made it yet. Just because the value of his stock went up doesn't mean he made money. You morons. Oh, Avocado Diablo, you and I are the same page. I just read what you wrote there. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. But anyway, so there's some people who are not happy, right? There's especially a lot of the special people, the blue check marks and everybody else. Oh, here, let's jump back on Twitter. Free speech for all, not some. This is not a left or right issue. This is a freedom for all issue. And this person here, now this is one of my favorite responses, okay? Twitter is a private company and they can do what they damn well please to those who continually broke their TOU. I think she meant terms of service, TOS. This isn't a freedom of speech issue. This is a consequence to his constant rule breaking. To whose constant rule breaking? Not Elon Musk. He's never been like had a temporary or anything, a ban from Twitter. What is this dumbass talking about? And plus, well, Twitter's a private company. Well, guess what? It'll still be a private company under Elon Musk. Ha! I just think that's a stupid argument. Okay. Go ahead, Elon. Bring free speech back to these captive social media platforms and end the censorship. Oh, someone with a trans flag. Aren't there other free speech platforms you could go to, like Parler? Why aren't you using those? Because we like Twitter. Because we talk to dumbasses like you on Twitter. I just think it's funny. Anyway, so so here's the story from Reuters. I'm not going to read it, but I'm just telling you know that if you want to read more about this story, it's all right here, the Reuters version of the story. Now, I'm not sure they're going to talk about the controversy, but one person in particular made the most beautiful, poignant statement about Twitter that is just encapsulates the stupidity of some of the people who are bitching about this. And that would be none other than, well, I don't know if he used to be on the right or not, but I know he's kind of one of those. He's not necessarily Lincoln Project, but he's very Lincoln Project-esque. He is from the Washington Post. He's just one of these guys that those smug, super thinks they're smarter than anyone's whatever and loves to smell his own farts. Max Boot. Now, Max Boot, Das Boot, wrote on Twitter when he heard about this. He wrote this morning at 6:44 a.m. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Give me a second. This is very important. It's very important. Because I'm just doing this because sometimes I get that feeling. Yeah. No, that isn't it. What the hell's going on here? Work, computer, please. I'm just going to reiterate something that I find important when I start talking about specific people on the internet. This is my disclaimer. Important. And it's in the description down below. You can read this yourself if you'd like. The people I talk about on my videos and live streams are just normal people with various opinions and their own lives. I do not need help defending my positions, thus I would strongly prefer that you didn't contact them. If you have something new to add to the conversation, I would love to hear it in the comments section down below, or in the chat, of course. However, if you feel compelled to reply to them directly or on a different platform, I only ask that you do so in a respectful manner, and your treatment of your treatment of them can reflect on me. They always figure out where you come from, so don't tell them. Don't tell them. And all that stuff. So anyway, Max Boot. Hello, Hig, by the way. Good morning. And hi, Cindy in the background, or you might be in the foreground. I just see Hig in the chat, so there you go. Max Boot says, and this is beautiful, quote, I am frightened by the impact on society and politics if Elon Musk acquires Twitter. He seems to believe that on social media, anything goes. For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. Oh, this. There's so much here that I'm finding amazing, okay? I'm frightened by the impact on society and politics. What, Boot? What the fuck? What? Say what? Why? If Elon Musk acquires Twitter, Elon Musk is kind of a freedom guy. He's freedom, just so, you know what I mean? And he uses a word that just irks the crap out of me in this little thing. When he says, for democracy to survive. Now, I have been going on and on about these assholes who've been throwing the word democracy around lately. Oh, we're saving our democracy, Nancy Pelosi. They are a threat to democracy. And Jen Psaki. Well, in a healthy democracy, blah, 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 blah. All you assholes using the word democracy and saying, oh, they're a threat to democracy, democracy. Anytime you hear someone say the word democracy in that context, substitute out democracy for the words our power. Okay, not our like in ours, but our power. Because that's really all they're fucking saying. They're saying, oh, you're a threat to our power. You're a threat to our dominance. You're a threat to and I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican or whatever. When they start talking about, well, this is dangerous to democracy. No, it's dangerous to the idea that you can have dominance and power in this country. Because first of all, Max Boot, you dumbass, obviously it's not a democracy here. Now, we have 50, 51, or whatever when you call it the territories. We have multiple democracies right now. Ranting Monkey's in the house. What's happening, Ranting Monkey? We have multiple democracies in our country. But the country itself is not a democracy. We have states, democracies, pretty much, yeah. They're similar. Some run different than others, right? We have city governments, county governments. Those are democracies. This the most vote there. But the country itself is not a democracy. We're a federation of states. We're multiple democracies, and we are, we're not supposed to be a democracy. We're several democracies that are confederated together to be a country, as in a republic, something that we invented. And well, I don't know if we invented it, but it certainly hasn't been used a whole lot in human history because we don't want a democracy. We don't want a mob rule. A democracy is when two wolves and a sheep ask, what's for lunch? No. Democracies quickly destroy themselves. And so far, we've managed not to destroy ourselves, although we keep trying to push that button to make it more democracy-like, or they want it to be more democracy-like, because they get, like right now, when there's barely a Senate, and you have the president and the 50-50 Congress, and they think that 50-50 Congress, even if it's 51-49, they think we should be able to do whatever we want, right? Well, there are certain checks and balances, is what we call them, that make it not a democracy, because we don't want, just because you have a little bit tiny majority doesn't mean you should be run roughshod over that state over there that might want to do something a little different than the state over here. And we like it that way. And so when Max Boot bitches about democracy, oh my God, he might let people say things that I don't like. That is, you're diminishing my power, because right now I have the power to say, hey, you can't say that, and I can con this private company into telling you can't say that, and if you say that again, we're going to cut you off from this particular open platform that is really the gigantic town square, which some of you asshole journalists think that you fucking own. Fuck you. That went in a direction I didn't really mean it to, but anyway, fuck Max Boot. Max Boot can kiss my ass. if Elon Musk acquires Twitter, it'll still be a private-owned company, and you will still be on here talking your bullshit. You'll just have to actually listen to maybe some other people's bullshit that you don't necessarily agree with or like. You might have to hear somebody say something that, hey, I'm not 100% for Ukraine. Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that? Or maybe I am not a reality phobe. Because I'm not all you fucking reality phobes that might say some things I say are transphobic. Ugh. I don't give a fuck what people do with their lives, but I'll tell you what. You reality phobes are starting to see the backlash from your bullshit. Maybe that's distressing. And then and guess what? I welcome someone who lets you say whatever you want to say. So there, fuckface. So anyway, he took a beating for this tweet. I'll just pull out the old Twitchy here because this is kind of funny. Just some of the responses to him. Molly Hemingway, because he's like, I'm sorry, for democracy to survive, we need more content moderation. You know who else said that? Joseph Stalin. Because they kind of pretended they're not. Or, you know who else says that? Kim Jong-un. Yeah, the great Democratic Republic of North Korea, or whatever the hell they call that. Yes, they have lots of content moderation there. How's that democracy working out for you? It's called the Democratic Republic of North Korea. Yeah. Oh, and Max Boot, yeah, absolutely. Tales of Gore. He absolutely wants more wars. This fuckhead. Some of the great replies, though. Nothing that screams democracy like silencing opposing views. Am I right? Yes. That's absolutely. Remember that whole democracy dies in darkness thing? You're asking for more darkness. Yeah, he works for the Washington Post. Democracy dies in darkness. Fuck you. Anyway, by the way, I just noticed the Morning Night Live, I haven't shilled it all, so I should probably shill at least once. The Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please hit the like button if you haven't done it already, because I think, let's see, 38 people, 28 likes. Fix that, please. Also, share this stream even before, during, after, and even later, next week. Share this stream, because this one is a particularly... well, it has issues at the beginning. But anyway, we're back to normal. And then also, you can sponsor the show. You can sponsor the show. Sponsor the dog, because I got to pay some taxes here soon. At pdognight.live on the upper right-hand corner of that page. Plus, you can watch the show, participate in the chat, donate to the show, drop a couple deuces in the tip jar. That's cool. Yeah, I said that, drop a deuce in the tip. Or whatever you choose, whatever is available. Although with inflation, I understand if you can. It's all good. I will read your messages, though, between that or YouTube Super Chats, Venmo, Cash App, all that information in the description down below. Thanks for everyone who does that stuff, and thanks for everyone who comes in and participates in the chat. That's a lot of fun. Anyway, so Max Boot got a little bit of pushback on that, obviously. Well-deserved pushback. Now, some people, though, yeah, here's one. Translation of that. Free speech is terrifying. It's scary. When media platforms are in the hands of billionaires, we are screwed. Well, it's in the hand of billionaires right now. Who owns them now? And then he doubles down on this, apparently. Here's another one. Quote, more, Max Boot makes things worse, defending his whining about Elon Musk and free speech by blaming, guess who? Whenever it's going to be something bad, whenever you need to blame somebody. Of course, it's Donald Trump. Okay, so typically when we cover someone on Twitch, this is this Bunny doing this one? Politibunny? That is Sam. Yeah, Sam, my buddy Sam from Politibunny. Or from Twitter. She goes by Politibunny on Twitter. Okay, Typically when we cover someone on Twitch for saying something stupid and they follow up or double down, we simply update the original piece. But since Max Boot's response is especially bad, we decided he deserved another post just for this tweet. It's too good for a simple update, or bad. Yeah, bad. Seems Max doesn't like being called out for demanding more censorship on Twitter, and he wants everyone to know it's Trump's fault. Anyway, hoo boy, and the site is still free. Here it is. Here it is. He doubles down by saying, all the hyperventilating from Trumpist trolls in response to this post, claiming that the content moderation equals fascism. When the President of the United States suggests that they should consider, oh my God, when all sorts of never mind, is a good example of the worst of social media. Its corrosive tendencies should be curbed, not amplified. Trump must never be allowed on Twitter again. Oh my God. But it's not Trumpist trolls calling Max out, though. This is a sad yet predictable reaction from people like Max who can't accept that his takes are bad in general, and it doesn't take a Trumpster to see that. Plenty of people calling him out for a stupid tweet, and boy was it stupid. Have nothing to do with Trump and everything to do with supporting free speech. Maybe Max should find his own platform where he feels safer. Yes, make your own platform, Max, you jackass. Yeah, that's the ticket. Silly ass. We didn't think it'd get worse for Max, but it totally did. Let's see. What is this? Someone replying to Max Root played this. Oh, that's just a wait. Washington Post new tagline. Democracy thrives on censorship. Yeah, that's a good one. He thinks he's somehow making it better with this tweet. Did the poor widow fascist clown get upset because people mocked his tantrum? See, the problem is, what's happening, and you'll hear Jen Psaki, or you'll hear, what's his name? Joseph Rahim Biden, or you'll hear a lot of these politicians, well, they need to, like when it came to the COVID, they need to stop the misinformation and disinformation. The problem is, who's defining the misinformation or disinformation? Because there's been a lot of misinformation or disinformation from the past that now is perfectly true. Because it was perfectly true when it was said the first time. Let's take Hunter Biden's laptop, for example. Or remember when people were, who was it? There was people like that. Well, Joe Biden himself was saying that the Fauci juice would stop you from getting the stupid 19. You would not, there was no way you could get it once you had the Fauci juice. And now 3 boosters or extra shots later, extra jabs, people are still getting the stupid 19, right? But that was misinformation. If you said, well, this isn't going to stop it, you'd get booted from Twitter. Fascinating. So anyway, now enough of that, because I got to wrap it up. But there's also another person related to Twitter who's just happened to be trending this morning. I thought this was funny, and we'll finish up with, let's see, what else I got here. Oh no, I'm going to finish with Joy Behar. Sorry, I was going to talk about so they caught the guy in New York who blew up the subway, or not blew up, but did the shooting and stuff. They caught him. So there's 3 articles that'll be in the tabs below on that. The alleged Brooklyn shooter nabbed just miles away from where he opened fire in the crowd. There's another one from PJ Media that goes a little more in depth because the FBI blew it and they knew about the subway terrorist videos and racist shit that he was saying, and they had him on a watch list, and still, he he did what he did. So it's another FBI FU. And then there's another article from the New York Post to how he's spewing racist hate. So those 3 articles, here's the New York Post one. It'll be in the tab below. This one here from PJ Media, that the FBI blew it. And the Brooklyn shooter nabbed, update on that. But let's talk about, I didn't show those to you because I didn't put them on the screen. That's okay. Jack Dorsey is trending. Now, when I saw this, I thought it had something to do with Elon Musk offering to buy Twitter, which, here's the thing. Elon Musk could probably, he could do a hostile takeover, I think. He could just start buying shares and fucking with people, but I don't know. Anyway, but Jack Dorsey was trending. I thought, well, is this related to Elon Musk talking about buying Twitter? No. Apparently Jack Dorsey is trending because, and you know these NFT things, which I don't quite understand the whole concept, but there was an NFT of Jack Dorsey's first ever tweet, which he had put on some place to sell. This is Jack Dorsey's first tweet, just setting up my Twitter, right? That's the very first tweet, and which I'm assuming is the first tweet on Twitter. I don't know. But apparently it sold for it's last year. Oh, here it is. Last year it sold for $2.9 million. Jack Dorsey's first tweet was sold for $2.9 million last year, right? Well, it was put up for sale recently, and apparently he relisted for $48 million up for auction, and he relisted it for $48 million. He bought it for $2.9 million, relisted it for $48 million at auction, and the auction ended with a top bid of $280. Oh, here's the story. NFT of Jack Dorsey's first ever tweets, which sold for $2.9 million, ended with a maximum bid of 2 ETH, which I guess is Ethereum maybe, worth around $62. Oh, now it got up to $6,200. Oh, I feel whoever paid $2.9 million. That was it. Let's finish off though, since we're doing Twitter stuff. Let's just finish with Joy Behar. Joy Behar, who is the brain trust of the View. Apparently, Joy isn't very smart. Anyone ever notice that? Anyone ever notice that Joy Behar is not all that smart? Here, let me make sure this pause. Oh no, shut up, Joy. Hang on, hold on. Whoa. What did I do there? What the fuck did I just do? That's not what I meant to do. How did I even? Oh, I see what happened there. Joy Behar of The View. I'm just gonna play it and let you decide. Let me see if I can pause this. I'm gonna make this so it fits the screen right. Take the mute off and start it from the beginning. There we go. Here we go. Joy Behar from The View. Just soak this in, okay? By the way, you can here, let's just go ahead and take care of this. There we go. FTG Joy Behar. Soak this in. Soak this in, people. This is precious. This is precious. And I'm just gonna read whatever you comment about this in the chat. Here we go. Joy Behar, Rhodes Scholar. What else? She got a special stipend from Oxford University and has degrees from Harvard and Yale. Joy Behar. Listen carefully to what she says.
The Supreme Court is poised to pass a bill contradicting the New York City state laws. We have very strict gun laws here, and they would like it to be, apparently somebody has put this on their desk, that New York should be an open carry state.
I'm going to play this the second time, by the way.
With all of the density in this city, they want people running around with guns. People, middle-class people, will be leaving in droves if that happens.
They will, and this is...
Now... I'm going to play it one more time.
The Supreme Court is poised to pass a bill.
Excuse me? Excuse me? The Supreme Court is poised to pass a bill. Here we go.
Contradicting the New York City state laws.
Contradicting the New York, she started to say city, but she meant state laws.
We have very strict gun laws here, and they would like...
Now, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Just listen. I'm letting you comment. I got this part. Oh, you did so. Oh, it's about. I'm about at this part on the MITAM stream. Third shift screws. I keep up with streams. Oh, I hear you.
Like it to be, apparently somebody has put this on their desk, that New York should be an open carry state. And
So the Supreme Court of the United States is about to pass a law, or they're
open carry city, with all of the density in this city, they want people...
So, okay, so the Supreme Court of the United States, there's something, Johnny, there's something in the Constitution about this, right? And it's, so is the Supreme Court going to pass a law? I don't know. And then I'm wondering, okay, I was joking about the Rhodes Scholar thing. You probably already knew that. But anyway, what is that thing? There's a thing. The thing, yeah, Septus. The Second Amendment says that about all of the U.S. and should be open carry. I don't know. That's what they're gonna rule on. But that has something to do with. I don't know if they're passing a law about that. Are they? I'm just thinking there might be already something on the books about that they're just gonna kind of decide on, right? And someone said, hey, we have this law and we think it might be against this other thing that people write about and talk about, but I don't know what that other thing is. Because
running around with guns, people, middle-class people will be leaving in droves.
And then that line. Middle-class people will be leaving in droves. Huh. It seems to me there's a lot of people leaving New York already. I'm just saying, I know their states down a lot of people, and a lot of people are moving to Florida, Texas from these states that are like New York, but the Supreme Court. I just got to go back to the first line. This sounds something like AOC might say.
The Supreme Court is poised to pass a bill.
The Supreme Court is poised to pass a bill. Ladies and gentlemen, brilliant mind and scholar of American history and constitutionalism, look, I got to tell you, it's people like Joy Behar that protect our democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can take for today. I want you to have a lovely day. As you know, I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern time, because according to Ranting Monkey, nobody cares about Central Time. And really, if I tell you Central Time, you may not know how to adjust your time for Central Time. So I'm just going to say Eastern Time from now on. Occasionally I'll throw in GMT, but we're Americans and we don't give a fuck about GMT. But we love you who are not Americans, especially the ones who watch this show on the regular. I just have to thank you for being here and enjoying. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I got 35 people for 35 likes. That's good. That's about how many people we had here today. So that's close. If you haven't hit the like button so far, though, you still have an opportunity to do that before, during, and after the show. I mean, if you're watching on replay, you can still hit the like button. And also, please, if you are watching a replay, put a comment in the comment section so I know you were here. And share this stream before, during, and after the show. You don't have to be watching the show. It doesn't have to be before the show. It can be after the show. You can hit the little share thing and share this out to your friends, family, people who might have like-mindedness, and or actually people who don't have like-mindedness. I would love to have some anti-P-Dog trolls in here, because I'm always curious what other people think, and I don't care if they agree with me. So whoever you want to give this to, send it out, share it, and all that stuff. And then thank you for the people who sponsor the show. If you want to sponsor the show, you can do that at pdognight.live, super chats, Venmo, Cash App, all that shit. It's all in the description down below. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I see the little huggy avatar up there. That's kind of cute. I've never seen that one before. Jedi Ghostbar, what's up? And thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have a guest lineup. I had one, and I'm having trouble getting guests to come on the show. I don't know why, but you know what? I can handle it if I just do the show myself too, or maybe I'll do a open mic show tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for being here. It's time for me to go. My name is P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Hey, this is P Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.